This is my audience. What if you had the chance to say, "I will save a life"? Would you take that chance? After death, would you donate your organs? Would you save a life? On September 11, 2009, Brent Ronald Blitz's life was taken in a work-related accident. However, he continues to make a significant difference in the lives of many people in need by truly giving the gift of life. The day of the accident, Brent's family was immediately asked if they wanted to donate his organs, in which they agreed to almost everything, including his major organs, the ones that weren't damaged, bones, muscles, ligaments, veins, skin, and eyes, only saying no to his brain and sexual organs. As of today, Brent's organs have been used in 88 transplants, and 46 lives have been changed just because of the tissue donations. This is the map of the 50 states, and all the ones with the hearts are the lives that he's changed. While most of us are happily living our lives day to day, many people are living by the hour in a hospital where they await an organ transplant that may never come because of the lack of donors. We only get one life, and for some of us that life is cut short. This is why it is important to understand how we can play a role in organ donation to help save lives of many people. Organ donation is a way to be able to make an impact on another person's life by giving them a second chance to live. I knew of this guy who decided to be an organ donor, so this led me to research the topic of organ donation for the past few weeks to figure out how we can help save lives, like Brent did. Being an organ donor after death is an important decision made by you that will be important to the life of the life you may have the power to save. I am going to discuss the need for organ donors, the cause of organ donation, and what we can do to help solve this problem. Every one of you has known someone who has passed who could have had the power to save another's life. Let that story sink in while I tell you the number of people who are affected by organ donations. According to the National Network of Organ Donors, 19 people die every day in this country waiting for an organ transplant. More than 113,000 people are currently on the waiting list, and the number of people who die waiting for transplant continue to grow. Every number represents a person who is waiting for a transplant, a person who has left his or her legacy through organ and tissue donation, or a person whose life was cut short because he or she was unable to undergo a transplant. Every number represents somebody's child, parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt or uncle, cousin, friend, or loved one. Unfortunately, the number of patients waiting for organs far exceed the number of donors. Patients are forced to wait months, even years, for a match, and far too many die because they are provided with a suitable organ. According to Barbara Mantell's article from CQ Researcher, about 30,000 Americans received an organ last year, leaving more than 110,000 on the waiting list, which is enough people to fill 2 large football stadiums. More than 6,000 Americans die every year because they don't get the organs they need in time. Organ and tissue transplants provide a second chance for thousands of people each year. You have the opportunity to help make these miracles happen. Now that you know the extent of the problem, what could cause people not want to save lives? There are a few major causes that are to blame for the lack of organ donors. Many people are either uninformed or unaware of the organ donation process and therefore are not donors. At the age of 16, most young adults getting their license for the first time don't know what the organ donation option entitles to, and they therefore select no with no further thought. According to the Journal of American Medical Association, a cause for limiting organ donation is that less than half of the families of potential donors consent to donation. Again, according to the National Network of Organ Donors, the problem isn't that people don't want to donate their organs, or even that they don't sign up to become donors. It is that currently the healthcare and legal systems don't ensure that a person's wishes regarding organ donation are honored. Even if you sign a donor card or the back of your driver's license, if your family doesn't give its approval, the hospital will not take your organs in spite of your prior written consent. The National Network of Organ Donors believes that signing a legal document should guarantee, without exception, that your wishes are met. We understand that a grieving family may not be in the position to make the decision about your organ donation at the time of the loved one's death, and yet, when donors must ask family members for permission. Why do hospitals need this consent if you have already signed an organ donor card or the back of your driver's license? Because they may fear a lawsuit if they go against the wishes of a patient's family, especially if the family is opposed to organ donation. Not only is awareness necessary, but a little motivational support and taking action is also needed to begin solving the problem. Many solutions continue to be considered. However, it is possible to drastically increase the number of available donors with one particular system. The country changes its outlook on organ donation by incorporating the opt-out system. Dr. John Troyer is an expert in the issue surrounding organ donation and the illegal trade of body parts. Dr. Troyer states that the opt-out system automatically registers everyone to be a donor unless they choose to opt out and become a non-donor. Most people are willing to donate but won't individually take an action to become a donor. Until our country changes, individually make a change. There are 3 different processes to become a donor: renew your license, get a donor card, or apply online. But keep in mind, all states vary on registrations. Inform your family, friends, and physician that you wish to become a donor. Again, according to the Journal of American Medical Association, you may specifically choose which organs and tissues you would like to donate. While you are alive, you may donate a kidney or part of your liver to a specific matched patient. Assign a healthcare proxy for a medical power of attorney, a document that indicates whom you trust to make medical decisions for you. And this can be a physician, a friend, or a family member. Also, promote Organ Donation Awareness Month in April and encourage others to want to become a donor as well. We have now discussed the needs for organ donors, what causes people to donate, and what we can do to help save the lives of others. You, a child, parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt or uncle, cousin, friend, or even a loved one may be in the position someday where an organ is needed to survive. And I hope if that day comes, you are fortunate enough to receive the gift you deserve. This is why I urge you to change your donor status the next time you renew your license and encourage others to do the same. Being an organ donor after death is an important decision made by you that will be important for the life that you may have the power to save. By deciding to be a donor, you are providing hope for the thousands of children, parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins, friends, and loved ones awaiting organ transplants, and for the millions of people whose lives could be enhanced through the tissue transplants. We can help to make a difference in the lives of people in need, and hopefully one day give the greatest gift you can give, the gift of life, just as Brent did. Here's a picture of Brent and his family. And here's my audience.